What is up, YouTube? It's Nick from the 40K Club here again. 2 days ago, we got this little beauty in the mail. It's everything I wanted it to be. I love it. It's a great quality product, and I'm glad the Forge World finally got around to sending it to me. Most excited to have the brightest one among us finally. Shout out to Mortrare from the Horacy 30K forums. I think his username is that on Bolter and Chainsword and a couple other 30K forums for purchasing for me a Sanguinius model at the Weekender event back in February and sending it to me. I've had him for a while. He's pretty much all finished. I'm probably going to redo his Carnodon cloak again, but I have him and he's painted, and we're going to use him today because today, as you might be able to tell by the title of the book, or sorry, the video, is an apocalypse game. Behold the mess of a 20-something bachelor. This is my domain in my home. You can see unfolded laundry that I just got out of the washing machine right now that I don't have time to fold. But this is in this box here with the lid on top is my force for the apocalypse game. It does include the Primarch. We are going to be doing a Loyalist versus Traitor apocalypse match at the supposedly last Kingdom Con, which is an event here in San Diego. The last Kingdom Con that is apparently going to be held. So I'm just going to go pick up the other guys, some of the other guys, and we're going to jet on down there and we're going to play a big-ass game of 30K. And I'm going to let everyone touch and ogle my book, which is now probably one of my prized possessions. Okay, so catch you later.
So every turn, you're going to get D6 plus 2 command points.
Okay.
Oh boy, we're playing 8th edition now.
It costs 3 points. You get Meat Grinder. You can redeploy any non-unique, non-super heavy unit. So you can't bring back like a Primarch, but you can bring back any other unit as long as it's not super heavy. That's any. If it's destroyed, you get to redeploy it. 2 points. Bolter Drill. It lets any unit re-roll their 1s and 2s for shooting.
So I hit on 2s, reroll 1s.
2 points or 3 points for the Emperor, for the War Master. It gives a unit Feel No Pain 6 for 2 points, or Feel No Pain 5 for 3 points for that round. 3 points or 1 point to reroll any one of your die rolls for our side. 3 points to force the enemy to reroll a die roll. And then 2 points or 3 points for Orbital Strike. 2 points is a barrage, so it's like the String 7 AP4 Big Blast. 3 points is the Lance.
We both got that.
Yeah. So at the start of each game turn, each side's going to roll D6 plus 2, and that's how many points you have for their side and your side.
So here we are at this, I don't know what the name of this planet is, but the traders have come to take it. The lore that Braulio explained to us was that this planet is a largely desert, wasteland kind of fallout-y terrain, and there are imperial biomes where the citizenry live. And the Loyalists are here to defend the planet. What you have here, yes, give us a good fist shake. Loyalist, Raven Guard here.
Raven Guard, so he goes like this.
Yeah, fuck you, fucking communist.
Bashing the fash.
Yeah, we're bashing the fash here. So the deployment line is this fat mat here. Brought to you by Frontline Gaming. We are deploying here. These walls apparently extend infinitely high, so neither side can shoot through them. But there are these gates here that we can shoot through. There's a lot of fucking armor over there. We were not anticipating that much armor. I didn't bring them.
What'd you bring?
I brought a whole day of Revelation list. Yeah.
Why?
Because it's cool and fluffy, but I guess...
Your flyers?
No.
So wait, what's your army?
It's like a bunch of Assault Marines and a Leviathan Dread and Terminators and Dreadpaws, and then the Falchion, the Sanguinius. Yeah. So it's not a good look. So
you're gonna get digged down.
I'm not gonna deploy over there. That'd be suicide. What was I saying? Vince here has infiltrated his rapiers in a nice little bunker position. I'm not sure what our overarching strategy is. I'm also not exactly sure what the objectives are. I'll ask Braulio about that. Absolutely disgusting amount of models. Still no sighting of a warlord. The Traitor Horde. lot less infantry than we expected. My list is pretty bad for this, so. And we're planning on doing a massive sort of deep strike assault into their lines. But not only is there no space, but it looks like we'd all get massacred. So we're just gonna fall back here. We're expecting the War Master himself to make his appearance known and attack us here. So we're just gonna wait here and hope, because as you can see, we have quite a bit less armor and quite a bit less super heavies. I believe my super heavy is the only one. Oh yeah, that's actually kind of depressing. My super heavy is the only one we got. So wish us luck. So this is the Loyalist first turn. The traders won the roll off. We were late by like an hour. Yeah. So Braulio imposed a -1 on our roll. It didn't matter anyway. I rolled like a 2, Quentin rolled a 5. So we got first turn. They wanted us to come down first. Sanguinius abandoned his Vanguard assault, and I'm ordering Dorn to recall his Terminators. One of his Terminator squads is still gonna go in there, but the other 2 are gonna stay with us because this motherfucker's bringing 30 Terminators, all deep striking. This shooting Leviathan, racked with grief from Istvan, this Leviathan dreadnought from the Raven Guard Legion has thrown himself headlong to his death and destroyed 3 Iron Warrior Medusas. Pretty good.
But then they got hot and didn't fire.
Then this got hot and didn't fire. Good job. Wait, you did good job.
It got hot.
It got hot? Wait, use the reroll.
It takes. Use the reroll?
Yeah, use the reroll.
I'm using the reroll. Okay, reroll.
We get. Then over here, my Dreadclaws came down and heat blasted a bunch of these Guardsmen levies. It actually killed like 4 Iron Warriors, which is pretty surprising. And then over there, Vince is firing a big-ass plasma blast into all those vehicles. But also, to fix something I said earlier, these gates are also infinitely high, and we have elected to keep them closed because we don't really have anything in range. The only thing in range is my Falchion with its volcano cannon, but we don't have anything else that can shoot them. So we decided to keep the doors closed, let them come to us. Victory conditions beyond, the traders have to take this bunker, and they also have to get units into this deployment zone. We have to destroy that castellum and kill enemy units. So we are kind of at an advantage, despite the fact that we lack any Titan or Knight support. I think the victory conditions favor us. So we're just getting ready to see a Horus and a whole Sons of Horus army drop in, and then hopefully we can withstand some shooting here. These gates are destructible, and I imagine that this Warhound is gonna have a word with them next turn, or rather their first turn. So what did the plasma cannon do?
It took one off one.
Oh boy, yay! Woo! Yay, Vince! Yay! Okay, so we're probably gonna get a shellacking here, so we'll see what happens. Okay, Loyalist turn 2. We got a lot of reinforcements from the sky. That looks so cool. I don't think I've ever seen a real Thunderhawk on the table, and it's got like this scale pattern. I want to knock it over. It looks so cool. That's a really good Salamander's Thunderhawk.
We also have command point.
We have a lot of shit that came in.
I can't believe you guys got that fucking Terminator drop right there.
Yeah, he rolled direct hit. We were gonna use our reroll scatter, but he didn't need it. They're gonna try and kill this. A lot of stuff is gonna try and kill this because it has the fucking double laser destructors. We want to get rid of it. These guys are gonna go over. They're gonna try pathetically to try and kill this Ordnatus. They brought down a section of the wall here, but then we opened the gates so that we could fire through. And they all advanced. These roads give a movement bonus. I assume that this doesn't. This looks pretty fucked up. But for every 6 inches they move, they get another 2 inches. So they're moving pretty fast. We have more Imperial Fist Terminators coming down. A whole 20 Storm Shield Hammer Terminators are coming down because this force, Horus and his Justarin, are all going to be deep striking in. Well, they're all modeled as steam, so these guys are plasma. These are regular Terminators. These are all Justarin, and then Horus is leading them. So we turtled up to try and counter that because if we didn't bring some reinforcements, then they were going to just destroy everything. So we'll get back to you probably to start a Trader turn 2, and we'll see what happens. So so these Terminators here unloaded their combi meltas into the Warhound after my Leviathan took out the Void Shields. They went 8 for 8. They hit 8 times, and all 8 did damage because they're all in melter range. And now it's up, but he didn't roll any explodes for any of the damage results. So we're depending on these Mordethian with Kami Plasma with their Fatal Strike to rend down the last 2 hull points off the Warhounds.
They ain't gonna do it.
They ain't gonna do it. Vince has got it. Vince has got it.
Well, you have to declare how many are firing. You can't do it one at a time. No,
The plasma, they get hot.
okay, but you're declaring they're all shooting.
He doesn't play with us, Vince. He doesn't know. He doesn't know how you do it. Reroll.
No, they have a. They get to
I'll get back to you after this.
That's 2.
All right, all you need is like 2 6s here.
Come on.
At least 2. No! Vince, don't let us down, boy.
No!
That's 2
6s.
No, you still need to roll the fucking D3.
No, strength 7 though.
Strength 7 plus 6 is 13.
It's not number 13.
It's not a 13.
Oh, my bad.
Those are good.
Okay. Cool. So there goes the Warhound, the threatening Warhound.
Yeah, it might kill everyone around here.
See how big the explosion is? It's a pretty big explosion. This drop force is fucking dying. My Leviathan got not dead yet. My Leviathan got fucking punked. These Raven Guard are doing pretty good.
Oh, they have stealth too.
Terminators are doing good. Hopefully they assault the Castellum because that's kind of worth points. My Dreadclaw exploded. There have been some deep strike mishaps. Excuse me, man. Horus landed here, and he shot like 5 of my Assault Marines to death. This Combi Plasma squad landed here and killed like 2 guys. Really good combat shield and feel no pain rolls. And then over there, there's a Terminator squad, and yeah, there were 2 other Terminator squads that came in. One of them had Abaddon. They all scattered off. Both of them scattered, mishapped. One into the tree. One into that Hyperios battery there. They got placed there by one of his teammates, and both of them went in ongoing reserves. They're over here. I'm being called over. Let's see what they want.
Yes, you have to roll, see how far the explosion goes.
Why don't you guys just do that?
I'll do it.
4 inches.
It's open top, so the
And then these guys are still trying very hard to get through the walls. They're coming at us pretty quick. The Sword Nodus has not really done much. Thankfully, it killed like it D'd out a laser vindicator, and it's been trying to kill my falchion, but it hasn't been doing much. Hopefully, these flyers can do something. We're gonna have all these flyers. We're gonna have the Cistus turn around and try and help us fight Horus and his Justarin, and these guys are all gonna try and do something. We'll see how it works. What do you think, Jesus?
Hey, it's going pretty good.
It's fucking chaos. Ordinatus is down by 9 hull points. I don't know how many it has. I think it has 14, so it has 5 left. Thanks to these Imperial Fist Terminators charging in the back of it. Some random combat. This is like, this over here, just this little area is kind of like a regular game, like on its own. How are the Mordethian doing, Vince?
They killed most levies and lost in combat.
Okay. So they can't get shot. This Cestus is going right up the guts. It's going to jump out next turn and start attacking vehicles. My Falchion finally did something. It hit this Fellblade, and the Shock Pulse upgrade has stopped it from shooting. This Fire Raptor, I'm told, did some shooting and has been firing missiles everywhere. Oh, it looks like these Salamander's Assault Marines are going to throw melta bombs onto that Cerastus.
I hope it does, so then we can fuck him.
What'd you say?
I hope he gets him so we can meme him.
Yeah, meme him. Jesus. These Terminators. This squad here has a 2-up invuln, thanks to the new Legion Nullificator. The other squad didn't get their 2-up invuln apparently. Still, I think they're barely on like turn 2 still. Horus's bodyguards have been severely depleted, and these squads are going to go in there next turn. They're going to go in there right now, rather, just to hold him up so that he can't fire his bombardment. And then hopefully that'll get Sanguinius and this squad enough time to get in a position for a real charge. Because of this building here, Sanguinius' squad wouldn't have been able to make it in. They might have been able to roll the distance, but they wouldn't have been able to all cross the thing. So instead they're going to content themselves by killing these guys and getting another 2 victory points. These guys all helped whittle down. Pretty much all this wing right here was shooting into the Justarin and killed a bunch of them. Oh my goodness. There's a Marine on the floor here. See what happens next turn. Or if we're trying to whittle down this column of vehicles before it starts getting into our lines and scoring points.
Oh, unwieldy just makes
So they use command points to bring back a non-super heavy, non-special character units. They brought back more Justerin. I don't know where they are. I think they might have mishapped again. Did they? I don't know what happened. But there's a bunch more Justerin here. Do not be fooled. These are all Justerin. And so we have to deal with these guys. Horse is still locked up here. We took a wound off him. Took another wound off him. She's down to 4. And then, yeah, like most of our drop assault over there is dead. There's like 1 Terminator over there or something. It's, what turn is this? This is start of 3 now? Start of 4. So the game's almost over. Yep. And I think we're doing pretty good. That's pretty good, yeah. The more than the other Warhound did. Let's see what's going on. Sanguinius is finally going to get his hands dirty against these Justerin. We're going to try and stop this second wave. Dorn is coming over. Dorn is in there with Sigismund, a bunch of Phalanx Warders. Haven't really been doing much this whole game.
You just want to go for this Warhound?
I don't know if you can kill it.
Well, no, because he has a Raptor and this.
Oh, go for it.
What's the range of the front cannon of the Raptor?
36. Alright, just give us a deep strike. Closer. Closer. Do it. Do it. Closer. What? They already died once. What are they worth? Direct hit.
Well, no, save the reroll.
Direct hit.
Direct hit, baby. Direct hit, baby. Direct hit. That's what I'm talking about.
Where is it? There he goes. Right there.
This might be bad.
We brought back a squad of Terminators, just like they brought back a squad of Justerin. You might notice there's no Warhound here. That's because these guys dropped in and got amazing luck again on their combi meltas and blew it up.
They went 8 for 8.
They went 8 for 8 penetrating hits.
And they got like 3 explosions.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, this time you got explodes. Last time we didn't roll any explodes. We clenched our buttholes because we didn't think he was gonna make it. The Thunderhawk, the Salamander's Thunderhawk, and then the Blood Angel's Falchion all the way over there. Terra Triumphant is what it is called.
Terra Triumphant?
Yes. Terra Triumphant and Bale, or no. Terra Victorious. And then my Fellblade is called Bale Triumphant.
6 guys.
They both teamed up and they took down the Ordinatus, and we're in the process of working out the explosions.
Thunderhawk and the Falchion.
So things are blowing up. Everyone's tired. It's like 8:30 at night, but it's Apocalypse. So what do you want? Abaddon in a last act of spite took 6 out of 7 of the Spear of Telesto.
That's pretty fucking good rolling.
That was pretty good rolling. I don't know what's going on.
Vince, roll off to see if you run the move.
Oh god. See if this Leviathan can run over these Justerin. So there's 3 Justerin here left. The other ones got swamped. And then Horus is here. Horus down to 1 wound. Me and Vince's Marines are going ham, and they're gonna kill a Primarch. If he doesn't die next turn, Sanguinius is gonna run in there and finish him off anyway. The Falchion. Oh, yeah, we already covered that. So now the enemy is still advancing. If we had gates, I would shut the doors, but the walls have been demolished.
There's not enough left of them.
There's not enough left of the walls.
Like the tank company.
Yeah. Yeah. It's more like a tank squadron now. So we're just gonna see how much of this shit we can shoot at on its way in. To reiterate, the traders get points for having stuff in our side of the table. So we'll see how much we can stop from entering. So the game's wrapping up here. It looks like it's gonna be a loyalist victory. We'll get back to you after the count up. The Thunderhawk is down to 1 whole point, but it doesn't matter because it landed.
It delivered its payload.
Delivered its payload of Vulcan. Yeah. Delivered its. Okay. Vulcan and 10 Fire Drakes are gonna try and attack those 2 super heavies. Then over here, there was a little.
Dorn did a lot.
Dorn did a lot, which.
With Sigismund and 20 Warriors.
Which is to say, Dorn did nothing. He just stayed inside that Spartan the whole game. At least Vulcan got out at 1 point.
Alright, I'll get him out.
He's gonna disembark for no reason. Sanguinius finished off Horus. He had 1 wound left.
Holy shit, Sanguinius killed Horus? That's not canon.
That isn't canon. Horus
that didn't happen in the rules. I mean, the Horus go down?
Yep, Horus went down. This guy has been rolling excellent for his invuln saves. Pretty much every turn, Sanguinius has been getting 6 to 8 wounds with the Spear of Telesto, and he's been rolling every invuln except 1. Each turn, he saved all of them except for 1. But in each turn, it seemed like that's all he needed, because he killed Abaddon, then he killed 1 Justerin, which is whatever, then he killed Horus, who had 1 left. But yeah, this is just the last of the game, mopping up the dregs, just seeing how many points we can get. Because they get points for getting inside our thingy, but they have like one guy inside our biome. So it's looking pretty grim for them.
It was a big boy table.
It was a big boy table. Braulio said that deep strikers would matter a lot. They should have brought more deep strikers.
They brought a whole army of them.
They did bring a whole army's worth of
But it was
strikers.
only one army against like 4 armies concentrated here.
Yeah. Okay. So the fire drakes and Vulcan could not kill the tanks, but Vulcan, they tried to tank shock Vulcan to death. And Vulcan did a death or glory, and he took the last whole points off the glaive.
We reroll any dice this turn. Our turn.
Any one die. Oh, that's Braulio. That's Braulio. He's the game master.
The D hit.
So this flipped on top of this, blew up, and then it hit this, and this blew up. So they're all Vulcan's just in the middle of this, like, God, poor Vulcan. Vulcan did this to himself. Big ass explosion. Thunderhawk's a huge model.
I don't fucking know, dude. Alright.
Stay stealthy.
So, it saved
That's
itself.
a lot of blowing up.
It saved itself by hitting like itself. Oh, take it through with Vulcan.
Wait,
No, Vulcan.
Kelsey, this Thunderhawk ferried you through a wall of fire, and in a last act of devotion, did not fall on you when it blew up.
It did not. It didn't. Praise the Emperor.
Praise the Emperor.
Jesus Christ.
Praise the Emperor. Strike down his foes.
Vulcan. Hey, did it in the Black Library's books like Vulcan survived nuclear blast and shit?
So I don't know.
Vulcan, he comes back.
I know, he just
Why even bother shooting Vulcan? He just comes back.
That's right.
Perpetually.
that was the best.
So that means some drinking, though.
This is the last dregs of the game being mopped up right here. We kind of demolished them. The battle was very much in our favor. Braulio was a traitor. He was on the traitor team, and he designed the mission. So there was no ill will here. It just happened to be that the game was in our favor. So they ended up with like 3 points from like that Lehman Russ and like a Predator or something. And then every single thing we killed, we got a point for. And then every super heavy we got price of failure, which got most of the super heavies. And then
I think MVP
is your Terminators.
I think it's my. I don't want to. I don't want to tip my own horn. But
And then we also got Horus, which was Warlord. So we kind of obliterated them.
I will anyways. I think my Terminators. They got 2 Warhounds.
All right, so that's it for us. That's definitely an apocalypse game. Stay tuned for more content. Happy wargaming.